Okay, it's turn number 10 and we're on with Germany. Likely to be an extremely short-term turn for them because they are mainly sitting back and saying, come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. They've placed a couple of mines, one into the Legot and Kazarine pass border just here, extra mine into Constantine up here, just to help dissuade any attacks from the Americans. And they are purchasing really a split purchase here. Some are going to go into Tunis. We think we've got enough units in here anyway for the moment, but some of these are going to go into the Benghazi convoy zone. Obviously, we've got control of the Med now, but there is this one little quandary we have down here. We've already taken our reinforcements from the convoy zones onto the board. These guys here, I think we're going to move these non-com into Mesa Brega. The Allied would be afraid of a flanking attack from there, though we're not going to be doing it. What we're really trying to do is stop the Brits from using the coast road. So if we can load units into here, perhaps some Italians on their turn, as well as thinking about the whole Tobruk defensive thing as well. It should help to ensure that the Brits are really focused on Tobruk and they've got no chance of getting forward to Mareth. So that takes one of those victory conditions out of the way, major and minor, all those bits and pieces that get involved in that. So the only real combat we're doing, and again it's no real combat, is the one Stuka is going to fly out 1-2 into mortar and grab this one supply from here as collateral damage, and that's now the Brits 15 RPs down on the next turn. So that's all we're going to be doing for Germany. Let me put their reinforcements on the board, do their non-com moves, and I will see you on the British turn. And on with the Brits in turn number 10. We are looking for some heroes now. We are. The mortar convoy defense, we've spoken about this before. Early game was absolutely fantastic. It's fallen apart now, and it's becoming a bit of a money sink, really. The Brits are going to get themselves a fighter and some supplies to go into the mortar convoy zone, and we can use the one plane that's over in Gibraltar in the staging area. We can get that into mortar later on, but that would be really in the deploy reinforcements stage. But we have to keep thinking about putting money into that, because obviously we're 15 RPs down every time, and there's an awful lot of Axis forces in the area. It's a real quandary for the Brits how much they do try to defend mortar, or they just give up and put the expensive units into there and put all the cheap stuff over into the Atlantic convoy zone. But the problem with that is the Atlantic convoy zone is only really effective for this turn 10, and turn 11. After that, we can't get enough units into Cairo because we run out of time to carry on with this attack into Tobruk. So we're going to ask for some heroes. We mentioned that before. All these guys in M&Ms, all these guys in Beir Hashim, plus this one Fahita from Cairo is going to fly over to Tobruk and have one big bash at that. We thought it through, we hope, from both sides, and realizing the absolute imperative of this attack, we believe the Axis forces are going to be exploding all the mines all the way around, trying to push everybody back and kill the British attack before it even starts. And after that, they can fall back in with their reinforcements on the Italian turn and the Germans on turn number 11. That's sort of the thinking on both sides. It's going to take up the majority of the British supplies to make one round of attacks. We'll see how we get on with it. The other thing they're going to be doing is moving into the Tunis convoy zone with the submarine destroyer and destroyer from Iran convoy zone, and trying to have a pop at those Germans coming in there. They're going in fractionally like the Brits, but we can try and take the pressure off of that Algiers border for the Allied forces there. So let me get all the battles queued up there, because we've done the advanced convoys and requisition reinforcements, and I will see you when we start rolling some dice, probably at the Tunis convoy zone first. Okay, set myself down, get my dice straight into place, and this is the battle for the Tunis convoy zone. Two Brits are rolling in their destroyers at 4s, and the submarine goes in at a 4 as well, but it can't hit the air units. See what happens first up. And it's oh wow, that's a bit of a special roll, because that is 3 out of 3 hits. Those 2 destroyer hits go onto the aircraft, and the 1 submarine hit will go onto the one of these transport vessels. That is spectacular. So let's just take those two out of the way first. I think we can decide the damage to the transport in a moment. What does the two Germans do? They're two 109s go in at 5s and score just the one hit. That can only be applied to one of the destroyers. Destroyer comes off. Those two are gone straight away. And we've got to take 2 units out of that. I think the we've got plenty of supplies there, but I think the cheaper infantry units would be the best ones to take. So if we take that stack of 4 units there and make it into a stack of 2 units there, 2 units can escape from the action now. I think the supplies and the artillery piece. So the Brits can now roll at these and see if we can get those other 2 units out of the way. The Brits will roll 2 dice. Doesn't matter which really it is, but the supplement can stick with its lucky grey dice. And the destroyer has scored a hit. So those guys come out as well. That's a pretty good start. I think that the UK will be looking at that for inspiration when it comes to the attack down here into Tobruk. Let me get that one queued up properly and I will see you over there. We have to see how it all hangs out in the wash. So these guys are spending 1 supply in defence. They just are. There's no way they're exiting Tobruk. And obviously the suppliers there themselves are a bit of a prize for the Brits should they get in there. So their 1 Spitfire is going to roll in at a 4 and misses. The 2 Matildas, they go in at 4s. Oh, drop me dice on the middle of the board. Wrecking the Indian Ocean convoy zone. And we scored just the 1 hit now. So we're into them. We've made a start. And then we're going to get the infantry artillery combinations. Because we've got some artillery on this side that can support these guys here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. All going in at 3s. And scoring 2 hits, the 1 and the 3. So I should turn that dice up to a 3 actually, because we got 1 from the Spitfire already. Or was it one of the Matildas? Can't remember. So 3 hits from this side. We've now got the battle from this side. These are going to get some re-rolls. We have the, well, potentially some re-rolls. We have the 2 Hermann Shermans. They roll in at 5s. And both miss, and we can re-roll both of them at the 8 pluses. And score 2 hits. That's a bit cleaner. I wasn't expecting this to be such an easy attack for the Brits. I thought they were going to struggle. I mean, they were struggling anyway with units being knocked back from the mines. And now we've got the 3 artillery pieces this side. Poppet's making a racket in the background as usual. These all go in at 3s. And 2 hits out of that, plus a re-roll. Oh my Gideon, I was not expecting this at all. And a 3rd hit. That's 8 units been lost. They've only got 10 units in there. Wow, I should have to recheck this video to make sure I haven't got something entirely wrong from there, but that is absolutely superb by the Brits. Wow. Okay. Let's the only thing we're going to be doing really is leaving 2 artillery pieces in place. It can be anybody. I think perhaps leave the 2 Italian artillery pieces in there because there's 10 units that started off in there, and so we've got artilleries. Doesn't matter which colour they are particularly. That's all defending at 3s, and these infantry only defend at 2s for the Italians. So 1, 2, 3, 4 guys all defend at 2s, plus re-rolls at 9s and 10s defending Tobruk. And have missed entirely. Wow, I think the Brits are blessed. They are absolutely blessed this time round. So 4 artillery pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 artillery pieces at 3s. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. And scoring just the 1 hit Wow. And there's only one reroll because it's 9s and 10s when you're in there. Just one reroll. That's a little bit too easy. Well, it's a second hit there, but the Brits are happy with that. These guys from the naughty corner, these guys here, where we lose 2 of them, that's gone. Wow. And these are all gone. I'm going to have to double check the tape. I'm sure I've got something wrong there and I have to go and do this all over again, but I know. Wow. So, again, these supplies have gone. These supplies have gone. We might as well spend 4 supplies from this side. I take the 5 off and stick a 1 on there. And go in again. We have the 1 British Spitfire. Goes in at a 4. Misses. The 2 Matildas go in at 4s from this side. Score 1 hit. We're almost there. Infantry, artillery in combination. There's 3 guys from this side. And they've scored a hit. It's game over, Red Rover. Regardless of any more rerolls that occur. The Italian artillery in there can defend at 3s. And have both missed again. The mines weren't too terrible, but the guys in Tobruk themselves, absolute horrible rolls for the Axis forces there. They're all gone. We've got to move, I think it's 10 units into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count now. I'm so flabbergasted with that result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's everybody that survived that attack, aside from mines, get to go into Tobruk. Tobruk has fallen. It's compensated a little bit for the lack of RPs they're getting from mortar, getting 8 rather than the 15 from mortar. But the positional wise there for the Brits, that is absolutely fantastic. I shall get all their non-com done, so because guys are going to start funneling through now with the on their trucks. Although I've only got 1 truck in the 2 trucks in the area. I'll see what I can do with that and get the reinforcements into mortar, including flying one of the fighters that's in Gibraltar. It can deploy itself into the mortar convoy zone from that Gibraltar staging area. I'll get everything tidied up and I'll see you on the Italian turn. Wowee, that was one heck of a round. Quick bit of housekeeping before we get on to the Italian turn proper. I didn't account for one of those supplies, I believe, on the Italians' second defensive rolls here in Tobruk. Yeah, that was disastrous defence for Tobruk. I'm not sure I overestimated their defensive strength or underestimated the British power that was in there, but that was just absolutely horrible for the Axis forces, losing out entirely there. Enough whinge-bagging about that. It's happened, we have to live with it. But doubly troubling for the Axis forces here are these supplies. The Brits were short of supplies. They've now got these as their target, and these are coming in on the advanced convoy stage from the Italian side. There's now 12 supplies in there that are just so tempting for the Brits, and we can't get rid of many of them. The Italian truck is over in Mareth. It's 5 spaces away. If we get the truck here, it's stuck there. That may also be taken by the Brits on their turn. So we can possibly use the German truck to grab some when it comes down to turn number 11. But that's about all. We were thinking about maybe even we burn some supplies, attack Bear Hashim. But I think we really want to preserve as many units as we can on this part of the map for Italy. So we're not going to burn those supplies. We're going to be moving some guys into Mersa Brega to make some space for some Germans to come in. We advance these guys onto here, and we advance the guys into Tripoli over there as well. So that's enough of the pre-ramble. We're buying loads of infantry and some supplies to go into Tripoli convoy zone, and we'll probably be supporting that zone. We're not entirely sure yet, but we think that fighter will go in there after when we get to the deploy reinforcement stage. But we are declaring a couple of attacks. 2 destroyers going to Tunis convoy zone versus the Brits there, supported by their 1 bombist. And these 2 submarines come into the convoy sea zone number 12 to attack the British supplies and anti-aircraft, trying to do some economic damage to the UK as much as anything else, or maintain that damage that we've been doing thus far. So if I can get my dice tray in shot, we'll just do these two bits of combat as fast as we can, because we are running a little bit long on time at the moment. The British sea mine will defend at A3, has 1 dice, and it scores a hit. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. So it does mean we've got 1 shot from the one submarine that's remaining. What am I doing? 1 submarine that's remaining in there to try to knock out those that 1 transport ship out of 4. It misses. Damn and blast! That is just so frustrating for the Italian player there. We really wanted to get that knocked out and get those 15 RPs away from the UK, but their mine have been successful. Mines have been great for the Allied forces in this entire game. We can look at over there now. Our 1 Italian bomber goes in at a 6 and misses entirely. Crikey O'Reilly. And we've now got our 2 destroyers that both go in at 4s. And they've both missed. This is turning into an absolute disaster. The Brits will now get their 1 destroyer at a 4. Would you believe it? Scores a hit. And their 1 submarine at a 2. Don't tell me it hits. Please don't tell me it hits. I keep missing my tray, but it missed. So 1 hit goes on to the Italian forces. It's going to be the cheaper unit, the destroyer, we think. And I think Italy will still want to go again with that attack. So their 1 bomber at a 6 scores a hit. Finally, shot comes from the destroyer at a 4 and misses. The Brits get to reply now. Their destroyer at a 4 scores a hit, and the submarine at a 2. Fingers crossed. Right, fine. So we have to lose 2 units. I think the Brits are going to lose a submarine, and the Italians are going to lose that destroyer. Yeah, that's a real shame. So the non-combat moves will be getting these planes back into Sicily. This is going to go into Tripoli convoy zone on the deployed reinforcements and shuffling some guys around here in Benghazi to even up the numbers there. I'll see you on the American turn. Okay, we have actually got through to the end of an American turn. It was all recorded, but it was going on for far too long. There was about a 9-minute battle going to Kasserine Pass because the dice rolls were horrible and the mines went off from Germany, etc. And I'm trying to keep these videos down to something short and sweet and viewable. But the result of it was a whole load of American supplies got burnt in Algiers and Iran, trying to supply a flanking attack and a main attack from there over several rounds, and Germany was supporting themselves as much as they could do. But Kasserine Pass fell. This 1 supply truck got captured by the Americans. They've already got 2 supply trucks, so this, I believe, is destroyed. But it's a moot point as to whether it's destroyed and out of the game or destroyed going into the German bin again for later purchase. I'm putting it in the German bin. So controllers now changed here. America got an extra 2 RPs that they can spend next time round. And they've put all of their reinforcements into the Iran convoy zone. Was thinking maybe Algiers, but because of stat limits and things, we can get our planes back here and fly the bombers, especially with their longer range over, and see if the Germans can counter this on their next turn, which would be turn number 11, coming up sometime in the near future. Till next time, be cool.